Well, I just love the holiday, Christmas lights, Santa sleigh, early rise. I'm on the way. When to my surprise, under the tree, the presents are open. Who opened my presents? Who the broken and started opening my fucking present? Who does that? My presents were open. They didn't touch like anything, just a stir under the tree. They didn't take the stuff the presents had inside. They just ripped the wrapping paper off. F those guys, my presents were open. They ruined the surprise, broke into my place and opened everything, my f***ing presents, and left them neatly arranged. I'll tell my mom to rewrap everything, my f***ing presents.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 193 of the Sound, and Merry Christmas, because this is actually only our live show in December until we get to the year-end wrap up after Christmas. So this is the only show that we will be doing live. There may be some interviews and stuff that happen during December, but the only live show that we're doing. We got a good show. One of my favorite bands, believe it or not, even though I don't mention them a lot. Royal Bliss is going to be joining us. I'm really looking forward to chatting with them. Speed from Silvertung, he'll be joining us. He did an interview with Matt and myself a couple days ago, so we'll be playing back that interview. But going normal, I am Kevin Harris.
I'm Lisa Wills.
And I'm Matt James.
And unfortunately, Jared couldn't join us tonight. Jared is a busy sucker. So I'm not sure exactly what prom he's going to tonight or whatever it is.
I think he was in Santa training, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was Santa training.
Santa training. So what's everybody been listening to? It's literally because the last show we did, I was in the parking lot of Club LA for a little bit while you guys were doing the Outlier show.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 months since I've actually been on with you guys. So what have you guys been listening to?
The Spotify Wrapped came out today.
Yep.
And there was no surprises there. I've been listening, and it's so accurate. Everything, of course, Architects was my top band. So I'm, of course, listening to Architects. Also Normandy, because they get me through my very stressful day job. And also Dead Eyes, baby. Their new album. I went to their album release show a couple weeks back. I see Jason's watching. He was there with me and his wife, Melissa, a couple other people as well. And it was absolutely phenomenal. So Dead Eyes, Black Hole Heart album on repeat since it came out in October. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to lately.
Yeah, I've been pretty much jamming that album as well. absolute fucking fire. Let's just
Matt,
say that.
turn
Go
your
check it out,
turn your
guys.
microphone up a little bit, Matt.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, it's a
How's that better?
little bit.
A little bit. You
Hang
can
on,
max it out
I'm on the
though.
right microphone.
Yeah, sometimes we have technical difficulties.
Is that better?
I don't know.
A little bit.
Little
I
bit?
can turn you up on this end too to see if it'll match up. Oh yeah, you turned yourself up. So
Yeah, I did. So I've been jamming that Dead Eyes album. If you haven't checked it out yet, go do that. Spotify Wrapped Architects dominated the entire year. Not surprising. Closely followed by Raptors.
Nice.
But what I've been listening to lately, mostly, other than Dead Eyes album, is the new Stylosis track. And it is fucking. it's Josh Middleton can riff a fuck, that's for sure.
Yeah. Biggest Josh Middleton fan on the planet right here on the podcast, folks. Yeah, see, love for Dead Eyes, love for Royal Bliss, love for Major Moment. Tell us what you're listening to. We want to know what was on your Spotify Wrapped. Who was your top artist of the year? Want to know.
So my Spotify Wrapped was Sleep Theory, Nothing More, Hinder, Falling in Reverse, and Electric Callboy. So
Fuck yeah.
I love that.
So yeah, no, I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. I like I said, because for a moment in 2025, probably for about 4 months, I got off Spotify and I was on Apple.
Yeah.
Apple probably, if Apple did a Wrapped, it'd be a whole different fucked up bullshit thing.
Yeah.
So
that was
it'd probably have a lot of country in it.
That was only probably
Well, we don't want to talk about
that.
Hardy.
The amount I didn't listen to Spotify because I've been jamming the Sound 22 app most of the time because it's a killer set list. So go check it out, peoples.
Yes, definitely check it out. Trying to think before we get into one thing that I was explaining to Matt and Lisa, one thing that is new to us starting in January, and we're going to start it this month, is the show is now sponsored by the Sanctuary in Biloxi. So the Sanctuary has a ton of shows coming up. So I'm going to play the commercial for their Christmas jam or their jingle jam that they're doing with our friends at 97.9 WCPR. So here you go.
97.9 CPR Rocks presents the most epic Christmas party anywhere. It's the CPR Jingle Jam, Friday night, December 19th at the Sanctuary Biloxi, starring the world-famous Cowboy Mouth.
Jenny, wherever you are, come out tonight!
The best live band in America, Cowboy Mouth, is coming to Biloxi.
Let it go, let it go, let it go! When the world is going down, we're gonna play a solo. Everybody scream loud now!
Cowboy Mouth with special guest 12 Stones.
Tell me once again, tell me everything will be alright.
12 Stones featuring Grammy Award winner Paul McCoy. It's Cowboy Mouth and 12 Stones live in concert for one crazy night at CPR's Jingle Jam.
The name of the band is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Listen carefully, this show's gonna sell out. So get your tickets now at thesanctuarybiloxi.com or the Sanctuary Biloxi on Facebook. A Christmas party like no other with incredible drink specials, and you can even take free pictures with the real Santa Claus. It's CPR's Jingle Jam, Friday night, December 19th from the Sanctuary Biloxi and the official station of Christmas, 97.9 CPR Rocks.
Yeah, so that kicks off, and Matt's gone. So that kicks off the weekend there, and then the next night, them guys takes the stage with the Screech and the big reveal for Brandy's birthday party. So that's going on that weekend. And then coming up in January, I'm going to run it down real quick. Some things that are coming up there. You're going to be able to see Shallow Side with Embry Rise, Envision, and O-Ray Band. That's you can get tickets on our website or on the Sanctuary's website. Then 5 days later, you'll be able to see Enemy with Soft Spoken, Summer Hoop, The Big Reveal, and Ty Traherne, with tickets available on our website and on the Sanctuary website. Then coming up February 5th is Rehab with Abaddon's End, and I'm drawing a blank on the third band, but DJ T Swan will be there as well. Power Takeoff will be there as well. So tickets available on our website. And then coming up March 30th, you will be able to see the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus with Morning in May and the DJ Talon Reed. Not March 30th, March 7th. It was November 30th. It got moved to March 7th. Tickets available on our website or on the Sanctuary website. And then be listening or watching for the next couple of weeks. There's going to be another huge announcement for the Sanctuary that the sound and WCPR will be tied in with. So that'll be coming soon too.
I also saw that 12 Stones and Dead Eyes are going to be at Rock on the Hill.
Yes,
in
Rock
June.
on the Hill.
Are you coming with me again?
I have talked about it, and I have talked to Brendan about it, and if I can make it happen, I will make it happen. I will be
okay.
there.
That was fun.
This time I'm probably going to fly up and not drive.
No,
Yeah.
that was a bit of a mission.
How bands fucking do that on a regular basis is beyond me. Just
well, they usually have drivers.
I get it, but still,
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
That's a lot of asphalt to stare at.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to make that happen. But tonight, so our last episode, we had Silvertung go into the Grudge Match Hall of Fame.
We did indeed.
So we have two new contenders tonight.
Yeah.
So we have Outlier with Varsity and their song Crown. And I told y'all the wrong song for Gray Days, but anyways, it's Gray Days Shadows. It's going to be up against them. So we're going to go ahead and roll into that now. You know how it works. 2 videos. When the second video starts, you put your comments into the chat, video number 1 or video number 2. And I tell you what, if you want tickets, and I know it's based off of where you live and all of that, but if you want tickets to go see Shallow Side with Envision and all of them on January 23rd at the Sanctuary, I want to make it real easy. Either tag Shallow Side in the comments or tag Envision in the comments. And if you tag them, you're immediately entered in for a pair of tickets to go to that show.
That's
So,
yeah, how about that?
And then we'll draw a winner. But here we go. Here comes the grudge match. Let's get ready. All right, there you have it. Video number 1. That is Outlier and Varsity with the song Crown. And congrats to Outlier, the show that they played with
Motionless in white, holding absinthe
Absolutely.
and black veiled brides.
The pictures are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I keep seeing their pictures on social media, and I'm just
amazing.
Like, oh,
it's so cool to see them playing a show like that. It's so cool to see that.
Yeah, and they are seeing that video. I love every single human being in that video. They are the nicest, kindest people. Both Joeys, the entire band Outlier, just the nicest guys in the universe. So if you are not familiar with either one, please go check them out on the socials and streaming platforms.
That's it. So that was video number 1. Video number 2 is the latest from the band Gray Days. It's called Shadows. Now you can put in the comments video number 1 or video number 2. Winner will move on to whenever our next episode is towards the end of the year, and compete trying to get into the Grudge Match Hall of Fame. But here is Gray Days video number 2. It's Shadows, and you are watching The Sound.
I'm choking up again. Tell me, friend, when the shadows end, I can't see over them. Wondering when the mind gives in. I have unhealthy attractions to the pain that never mends. If I could write the light a single note, it's a window shadows on.
All right, that is the latest from our friends Gray Days, and it's called Shadows. What great song! 2 good songs,
great.
2 really, really good songs.
Yeah.
So put your comments, video number 1 or video number 2, and at the end of the show, we will let you know who our winner is. and I'm hoping that he's back. I saw him moving around in a second. We're gonna wait because I'm gonna tell the story while we're waiting on Taylor to get ready.
Yeah.
So, all right, he's waving. So I'm gonna tell the story. So Taylor, if you hear this, don't pass any judgment on me. I promise I'm not as big a fanboy as this story is gonna sound.
Yes, he is.
Bullshit.
So back, and I couldn't even tell you what year. It's probably 2007, 2008. I had a roommate. His radio name was Fat Guy. He did nights on CPR while I was doing middays, and he turned me on to Royal Bliss and a specific song from Royal Bliss, which was "Devils and Angels." And from that point on in life, and you guys know I've talked about it, I have a playlist called Feels.
Yeah.
And it's ballads and just songs that make me really dig deep on where my feelings are at. And Devils and Angels is one of the ones that has been one of the first songs ever on that playlist. Yeah, I think it is one of the best written songs. And I'm going to say this, best written songs ever. The story behind it, what it deals with, everything. So, and I did it. I made it through without crying.
I'm very proud of you.
That song hits me fucking hard. And I was listening to it before you came on earlier, before we were talking before the show. And I had to leave the room, go wipe my eyes. And then I came back. I was like, I can't do this. Like, this interview is going to suck for me. I'm so excited for it, but yet it's going to be emotional because of that particular song. And now they've got a new song out called By My Side, which I absolutely love as well. So we're going to bring Taylor on. He is the guitarist and one of the original core members of Royal Bliss. So Taylor, welcome.
Oh, hey, I see myself.
There you go. How are you? Go.
I'm good. I think Neil's hopping on in like 6 minutes because we talked about it being at 7, and I just was going to log on to see if I could even log on, and here I am. So
I got you. So, okay. Well, I'm not telling that story again.
Yeah. Wait.
So yeah, we'll revisit it when he hops in. But to go back to that, and I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys knew who Fat Guy was.
Yeah.
Okay. He was my roommate, and I mean, the minute he turned me on to you guys, I've been a big fan since. I've tried to get you guys to Biloxi several times to play shows, and it's just never been able to happen.
Crazy.
And then on top of all of that, you guys do Tom Petty as well, and I'm a huge Tom Petty fan as well. So
okay.
I didn't know that about you guys till you released the live album that you guys did, and y'all did at the Machine Shop.
So I can give you like a brief of how it came to be, because like our band never sat down and was like, we all like Tom Petty, we should do this. That never happened. Tom Petty passed away. I think it was in 2017. We got a phone call from a buddy who was like, hey, I'm putting on a tribute show. Do you guys want to come be a part of it? Play a few songs, whatever. We're like, sure, that'd be great. So we were planning on 3 or 4 songs. We had played a song or two of Tom Petty's through the years. I think everyone's played Mary J's Last Dance, or, a song, American Girl or something. Anyway, so we just figured we'd learn a couple extra songs. And it turned out that we were the only band on the bill, and we had to cover an hour and a half. And we're like, oh shit. So we learned a whole bunch of songs. Well, in that time frame, the show sold out, and they added a second night. Then they added a third night. All these shows sold out. So we're like, we should probably do this at a bigger venue. So we did it at a bigger venue. Couple months down the road, that sold out. Then we did it at the bigger venue. That sold out. Then we're like, let's take this on the road. People keep asking when we're going to do the Tom Petty at their city and state. So we did like 2-week run of the Midwest. One of the shows was Machine Shop. We recorded. I wish we would have filmed, but we recorded the shows. And then we're like, let's just put it out. And we still do them on occasion, a couple times a year. And they're kind of like, it's kind of nice, I guess, being in a band that like we've been, we're an original band. We've been doing it our whole lives. And all of a sudden to have this, it's almost like a newfound freedom playing someone else's music for a couple hours.
Right.
So we've kind of grown to enjoy it, and it's turned into like a bigger thing than we ever thought it was going to be. Not that we ever thought it was going to be anything, but let's be honest, like tribute bands are a thing now.
Yes.
And we get calls about it all the time, and it's like, we're not a tribute band. We're Royal Bliss plays Tom Petty. We're not like trying to mimic Tom Petty. We're not trying to look or act or, so we found ourselves in this little weird spot. It's like, we're just Royal Bliss playing Tom Petty songs. Really, like, that's what it is.
And when you get into the whole tribute, things are huge right now. Tribute bands, people are paying really good money for tribute bands to come play.
Yeah, there's exclusivity with that. There are bands who are endorsing these tribute bands. I mean, and do you think though that, Tay, it's just going to run its course? You guys will do it for a little while and then you'll be like, you know what? I think we're done.
I mean, I always tell Neil this the same way I'd say with Royal Bliss, like, we're done when we say it's done. When we don't get a phone call about it, sure, but we can write and record Royal Bliss stuff. We can't write and record Tom Petty songs, but his songs will live on probably longer than Royal Bliss songs will. So it was an accident that we're just kind of rolling with. I don't know if like there's a stopping point for the Tom Petty or the Royal Bliss, but honestly, like I said, we're just kind of having fun with it, and it's taken us to scenarios that Royal Bliss may not have that opportunity, because they don't want Royal Bliss, they want Tom Petty. Right. And Tom Petty's he's not alive anymore, so that you're gonna get the next best tribute band you got,
Right.
Wow. I mean, it is what it is, but we're not here for Tom Petty. We are here for
no,
Royal
we're not.
Bliss. Yeah. So there's been a lot between Devils and Angels to By My Side. There's been a lot in there. Another one of my favorites was you guys did with Shim was Medication.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely love that tune as well. But I know we're waiting on Neil as well, but can you kind of take me your personal journey maybe of where Devils and Angels and that first album, and somebody just hopped in. Let's see. There.
Yeah, it's Neil.
Neil's there. There he is.
Yo.
So we brought Taylor in a little bit early. So now that you're here, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. I was telling my story of the love of Devils and Angels.
Oh, nice. Yeah, classic.
Hold on. He was Fat Guy's old roommate.
He was
way long ago.
So Fat Guy was my roommate in Biloxi when he was working for WCPR in Biloxi.
Oh wow!
He was doing nights and I was doing middays, and he kind of introduced me to you guys, and Devils and Angels was the song that he introduced me to. And I have this playlist called Feels where it really just gets me inside my feelings, working through stuff personally and things like that. And Devils and Angels is one of the core songs that's in that playlist. So to have you guys on, and I had said it earlier, I've tried to get you guys down to Biloxi several times and it just hasn't been able to work out. But to have you guys on this show is probably one of the biggest. I had somebody ask me if I was going to make it through the show without crying. And I said, I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. So
I love it. That's awesome that our song, that especially that one, means that much to you. It's still one of my favorite songs to play live.
I was going to say, do you guys is that still a staple in your live set?
Oh yeah, that's 100%. That song's played pretty much every concert we have played for, I don't even know how many years, ever since it came out. And it's also the song that, like, in the middle, it's the song that's different every show as well. So we play, the standard verse, chorus, and lyrics are all the same. But then in the middle of that song, we go into a bridge where we just jam out and everybody's just doing their own thing and just kind of free flowing. I'm making up lyrics and making up words and we just zone out for 10 minutes in the middle of that song and then bring it back to, back into there's a devil in my head. And it's just one of the most powerful moments of the concert, at least for me. And I think for the audience too. It's also the one that if we decide to do a medley of another band's music, we're able to work that one into the middle of Devils and Angels and come back out of it. So yeah, when I'm asked what my favorite song to play live is, it's Devils and Angels.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
I know it's one of my favorite. It's slowly. I'm gonna tell you what. By My Side, when I heard it, you guys had put out a reel like a couple weeks before the single came out, and I got the reel, and I immediately sent it to Matt and said, "It's getting added to the station. I don't care what the rest of the song sounds like."
Yeah, he literally didn't say, "Oh, can you consider this for ads, or can you do this? Like, just take this." He was like, "This is being added," and I was like, "Say no more, Kevin. Say no more."
And on top of that, congratulations, because Media Base and the SMR chart, you guys were the #1 most added that week. So
Yeah,
congratulations to that. That's
it's one of those things where we just kind of put it out there. So, it's kind of like the old school radio style where when a program director likes a song or a radio station likes a song, they just say, "Hey, yeah, hell yeah, we're playing this," instead of going up the ranks to figure out if they're able to play it or not, if the band paid enough money to have that
Right.
song.
I am an FM radio. I was with WCPR in Biloxi. I still am with. I do a small show for them still, but I was with them from 2000. No, yeah, 1999 to 2009. So 10 years I was with them. So and that's been the fun part of having a radio station that I don't have to run anything up the charts. I talk to Matt and say, "Hey, let's add this. Let's do this."
You play with your love. That's what it's.
Yeah, that's it. Like the way I do new ads and stuff like that is obviously there's me, Lisa, Kevin, and Jared, who's not here tonight. We all have our own favorite preferences. Obviously, we're all different styles of music and stuff. And if you listen to the station, you will hear all of our different styles merged into one.
I love it.
We play what the fuck we want. Good music is good music. Doesn't matter how many people Spotify streams they've got, or how many monthly listeners they got, or how far they are up the SMR chart. Fuck that. Like, good music is good music. End of the day.
I wish all stations were like that. Yeah, amen. Amen is right. I mean, that's also the way some of the best bands are formed as well, that make the best music. It's members that have different beliefs and different backgrounds and different influences that come together and create something unique and awesome. So that's good. That's how you've created a unique, awesome radio station.
So what I was asking Taylor before you came on was, so you got Devils and Angels, and then now you've got By My Side, and there's been a lot in between. And I was telling him how I like Medication with Shim, but there's been a lot in between. So what's been the evolution of Royal Bliss from that to By My Side?
Really, I think, we write at the time in life that we're at, so it's like the evolution of life. When we started, we almost had like this fun, like reggae rock party vibe going on that had a little bit of metal and a little bit of, it was all over the place, but we're fresh out of high school, just having a good time, and life happens to you. So, you fall in love, or you lose somebody, or, like for me, I've been married 20 years now, and I have 2 kids. My oldest is going to be 18 in a week. And so Taylor's the father now. So and the things that happen in the world. So we're heavily influenced, the way we write our songs and the way our music is played too, by the emotions of our life and the surroundings that we're in at that moment. So, Devils and Angels was about, a time when, like a relationship where I was struggling with, drinking or staying at home with my girl at the time. And that's still a struggle for me to this day, actually. But, and now it's like, By My Side is almost a similar reference to it, where it's like, please don't leave me, love me forever. And, kind of that same thing, where all of our songs are about either love or struggle or success, or, they're real. My lyrics are about where I'm at in my life at that time. And so as you evolve as a person, your songs evolve with you.
Well,
I love it.
With what you just did there, we're gonna just roll into it. So we do have By My Side to play. So we have the video for By My Side. So we're gonna play that. Then we're gonna come back. We'll talk a little bit more about everything that you guys got going on, because you guys got the Royal Blissmas coming up, and I saw you just announced a couple other shows and things like that. But here is Royal Bliss. It is By My Side. Check it out. And if you are not familiar with the band for some godforsaken reason that me and you're not familiar with the band, please go like them on Facebook, like them on Spotify, follow them on damn Apple Music and Amazon Music and all the streaming platforms. Go to their website, buy their merch, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But here it is by my side, and you're watching the sound.
Set me free. Crawl through the darkness before I surrender. Out of the shadows you fell into me, holding out your hand. Say that you love me forever, forever. You'll always be mine. Say you'll never leave me, you'll never, forever you'll be. Life in between here, I wait out the storm. I found my survival while chasing the sun. The glory will keep me forever to roam. When the cycle is broken, together we'll run far away from it. Say that you love me forever, forever. You'll always be mine. Say you'll never leave me, you'll never, forever you'll be by my side. You stand, don't break my heart again. I will take your hand and run. Say that you love me forever, forever. You'll always be mine. Say you'll never leave me, you'll never, forever you'll be by my side. Say that you love me forever, forever. You'll always be mine. Say you'll never leave me, you'll never, forever you'll be by my side. By my side.
Now, I'm sure that I'm not the one that's going to be asking this question, but go ahead. Lisa, I saw you enjoying it. What did you have a question about it?
No, I didn't have a question. I just was delighted when I saw that you were actually playing a video game, and then it sort of came to life. I was like, this is fantastic.
When I first watched it, I said, "Oh my God, we're going to get a Tron moment."
Right.
Yeah, Tron,
I was sort of waiting
Little
for that as well.
Matrix.
Yeah, but I loved it. I thought it was just really innovative. I really enjoyed that video.
Thank you very much. It was fun. It was one of those things where we didn't really have a total concept for it. We were just gonna do a live, like, kind of action, like just a live studio, like where we rehearse. And there was a video game in there, and then we were talking about, well, what if we added some like AI elements, or I got sucked into a video game. So it was all like just kind of happened. It wasn't like I think most of our videos end up being that way, where we just kind of spitball while we're shooting it. And it's funny because there's a whole nother like video clip where like everybody kind of takes their moment to freak out and pretend that there's things around them, which would be absolutely hilarious to see with no audio behind it. But
That's
I
a
mean,
BTS reel for your socials.
yeah, that's the outtakes.
It is.
But I don't know. We just like we have a good time, and we let the creative juices flow and let people just kind of come up with ideas, and if it works, it works, and it's all about having a good time and keeping people's attention. So I'm glad that you liked it.
No,
Yeah, and I
it was
think too we
successful.
were trying to like do a little poke fun of the AI fad that's going on. Like,
Right.
obviously, there's some computer graphic stuff going on that's as fake as possible, and the idea was that it's supposed to be fake. Like, it's supposed to be like this little 8-second clip of AI.
Right.
And it kind of just, like these little monsters that, maybe Neil was playing a video game with monsters and he gets sucked into the game. And then this ended up being this kind of concept that worked for the video. And then we end up fighting Neil at the end. And, obviously we took him down. So.
Well, but I think it's really cool that you guys thought about the AI like there's so much AI right now. There's so much AI music. There's so much AI video. I think that when we go ahead and we make fun of it and make sure that it's obvious, it works.
Yeah, and plus we hired someone to film it, so we actually did. So we were able to blend all the elements. There's a lot of bands that will just be like typing the prompts on their computer and be like, "Make me this video," without hiring somebody to film, because there's so many artists out there worried for their career, worried for how they're going to make an income, and we're included. I've sat there with young kids that'll put prompts into a computer and have a song fully produced with vocals and everything, like lyrics, just this brand new song in 5 minutes, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're screwed. But so, we want to like be able to hire the cameraman and let him kind of use his artistic creative.
That was his first ever dealing with AI. He's like, I've never done this before.
It was perfect.
Wow.
It was new to him too. He was like, he sent us a couple clips. I'm like, perfect, because I want it to be, because the song's kind of serious, and when those AI elements come in, you almost get a little chuckle out of it, but it also like keeps you entertained. Like, who's the next person gonna fight? What's gonna happen to the next guy? And they're all kind of silly, but yet it still kind of plays well with the song. I thought it turned out well, combining all those elements.
I like the retro vibe. It's like Mario Brothers style.
Totally 8-bit. I was like, go for the 8-bit graphics.
I love that.
Obvious.
When the 8-bit started, I was like, okay, this is getting my attention now. So this is cool. I like it.
I love it. And it's some of the best ideas are those ones that aren't pre-planned. That you just create spur of the moment, because you're living in that moment and you're just like, hey, that's a cool fucking idea. Let's try that. And then you come up with that. And I love the concept of it.
It's just like writing a song. When you overthink a song, sometimes it gets saturated, and instead of just letting it happen and just come out of you, that's sometimes the first takes are the best takes. So
yeah, definitely. So I've got a little question now. I couldn't help notice, but Taylor having a guitar sat on his lap.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know I was on video yet. So
now, is there any way, because I do not want to leave this podcast without making Kevin cry, is there any way we can get a little rendition done for him?
No. Absolutely.
It might be a weird delay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the and we can certainly try.
Well, you could at least try the chorus. How about that?
For Devils and Angels?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I could take a guitar down and play Devils and Angels. It might be easier that way.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome, Kevin.
Okay. Get that back a little bit. There we go. There's a devil in my head, angel in my bed that's getting colder. I'm trying to warm it up with the only way I know. There's something inside, I think that I should tell her. 'Cause it's about that time I let her know. He says, come
I love your voice.
This is a good
That was
tease.
incredible. I love it.
I love that. I love.
I don't know about Kevin crying. I was starting to well up then.
I love the unfiltered moment, you know, where we actually
I
get to
hate
hear
all of
you
you
as a
right now.
musician.
You can't get much better than pure raw
No,
talent.
I love
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
No,
Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you
welcome.
very
Thank you for supporting it and loving what we do. Without people like you, then we got no place to play.
Well, I don't want to get into the story, but I want to give props to you, Neil, because at one point in your life, if you'd have given up, we wouldn't have Royal Bliss right now. And props to you for refusing to say no. So thank you for that.
Well, it's because the fans and friendly family and friends that kind of pulled me through that, and my bandmates Taylor especially, that didn't let me give up. There's a lot of local bands there in Salt Lake City that came together and did benefit concerts for me and helped raise money to help literally get me back on my feet, and that was a strong thing for me that helped me believe in myself to be like, you know what, I am going to walk again. I am going to figure this out, and I am going to get back on that stage. So it has a lot to do with the fans and the people that love and support live music.
Absolutely. So where does Royal Bliss go from here? I mean, I know you've got Royal Blissmas coming up. Is there a tour coming?
We don't know. We're kind of, we have our families, we have our, we're kind of picking and choosing our shows. If a tour comes up that, that we'd want to jump on and be support for, I think would be awesome. When this album comes out, we might do a little run in the fall of next year. But nothing big, the years of, being on the road for 3 months or 2 months or even 6 weeks, those stretches, I don't see that happening until maybe later. I don't know.
Right.
We got, Taylor's got a young girl, and he's a single dad. So, I have 2 boys and a wife, and Jake has 3 kids, and, life comes up. So we'll basically up throughout this next year, we'll do Weekend Warrior stuff. And we have a few big shows and a few festivals that are reaching out to us now. But we don't like to predict, last year was kind of mellow. We didn't do a whole lot, but this year we have a lot of music coming out. We have, new Royal Bliss stuff. We have little side projects that involve Royal Bliss coming out. The Tom Petty live thing we did. So we might do some Tom Petty tributes.
Well, I was going to say, I booked for a venue in Biloxi.
Okay.
And if we need to make it happen to where one night it's the Tom Petty thing and the next night it's Royal Bliss, we can make it happen. Just got to figure out how to get you to Biloxi.
I live in Houston, so
it's not that far.
Not that far.
6 hours.
That's a sealed deal, man. That's a sealed deal. Job done.
So that's not a bad idea. I mean, we might be doing something in March together, so we should definitely talk, because we'd love to do that and figure out, even if it's a little 3-day, because 6 hours is nothing for us. So, we can play Houston, play Biloxi, and figure out somewhere else to play. One state that Royal Bliss has never played is Arkansas. For some reason, it's Arkansas, Maine, and Alaska are the only 3 states that we haven't played in. So
Arkansas people, where are you at? There's a lot of people
Right?
from that area that watch this podcast. Booking agents, start your engines. Come on now.
You guys do all
you
your own booking.
serious?
That'd be perfect. We'll just do a little circle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to chime in on what Neil said was, I think also too, with the way that music is released and put out nowadays, is you can reach a lot of people with the internet. You can't reach all those people going on tour. You can try your best, but every time I post a tour, we go on tour, the first 25 comments are like, why aren't you coming to this city? Why aren't you coming to that town? And a lot of the times you'll go to their town and they don't make it to the show anyway. So, it's like, I feel like we could pick, we're close to Vegas. We could play Vegas 3 times a year, and anyone in the world can come see us in Vegas.
Yep.
Because they're going to go there sooner or later. Or, maybe we go to Texas and play a show. It's like we pick our hot spots or whatever, and kind of people come to us instead of we go to them, because we can't make it to all of them. It's impossible. Even if we go to their little town for their date that they asked us for, all of a sudden they're going to have a babysitter issue and they're not going to make the show. That's just how it is. It's like, but we have online, we have podcasts, we have, music coming out that they all get it right at their fingertips anytime they want.
It's expensive to tour. That's the tough thing.
Yeah.
So we stick to like
and that's the bad part is it's not going to get any cheaper.
Yeah.
No. And guess who gets the hit? The people that come to the shows, the fans, their ticket prices go up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I'm proud of for Royal Bliss is like we've always kept our ticket prices low. And I never want to, like, we had a show the other night where they were charging $30 and we were like, oh, geez, $30. That's kind of, but everybody's like, that's nothing compared
to nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. Ticket prices.
You can ask this group here when we do a show, 25 is usually the max that I would want to do a ticket price at. I think we've done one where it was 30.
I think so.
But everything else has been 20 or 25. And that's always been the thing with the sound is when we do this. Now, granted, sometimes it comes to bite us in the ass because it's a small ticket price, but we're still paying the band's full guarantee.
Yeah.
But people can't, I forgot what show it was at, but for a family of four, or a group of four to go, it was almost, with food and drinks and everything, it was almost like $400 or $500. And I'm like, you can't do that. I mean, I'm lucky enough right now that I don't have a significant other, so I don't have to plan on buying a second ticket to anything. And I can, if I want to go, I can go, and it's not going to cost as much. But anybody who's got any kind of family or any kind of group of friends that they travel with and things like that, it's ridiculous.
My boy wants to go see Billy Strings for his 18th birthday next week, and we're sort of taking him up into Austin, and it's going to be a $500-$600 trip. But and it's like, but it's an 18th birthday, and I mean, I'm wearing the nosebleeds, so it's like. We're in the nosebleeds. I spoiled my kids when we were living in Utah because we got hooked up everywhere we wanted. So it'd be like in box seats or front row, like, oh yeah, I got you, man. And now we moved to Houston and I don't know as many people. And they're like, I didn't know there were seats this far away from the stage.
Right. Yeah, no, it does get expensive. That's why I kind of cut down the shows I went to this year and last year. It was just, like you say, it was costing $400 or $500 a time to go to a show, and I was doing that like twice a week, 3 times a week sometimes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's tough. And I got a family full of music lovers and concert lovers, and it's like, man, we got to figure out a yearly budget that's just for concerts.
What is the normal cap venue that you're playing? I mean, because I know for me, I prefer to go to the smaller venue. I rarely buy arena show tickets. I would much rather go to that 400 cap, maximum 2,000 cap venue to see that show because it's a lot more personal.
Yeah, I 100% agree too. Even as
right there.
We're 500
right between 300 to 2,000. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
And I prefer the smaller venues too. Over the big arenas. Singing in front of 20,000 people is cool and all, but like when you're in a tight room, you can just feel the energy so much better, and you can see every person's face in that room and connect with them while you're playing. And I like that much better than I'm looking up there in the seats, and I know you're up there, but I can't see your eyes and see your smile or see you singing along. So it's like, as a band, you feed off the energy of the crowd. So when you can see that crowd and that energy is flowing, it's the best feeling in the world.
Well, if you ever come to Richmond, Virginia, I'll definitely be coming through.
Nice. Yeah, I love Virginia. This is a beautiful state.
It is. It's a very.
We played Richmond.
We played Richmond a couple
times. Canal Club.
Yeah, it's Canal Club.
Yeah.
You got to climb up those stairs.
The Canal Club. Wow.
Yeah. Next time you guys come through Canal Club, I'll definitely be there. I would love to see you play.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Count on it.
So if somebody was looking to find Royal Bliss, where's the easiest place to find social media, website? What's the best place to go?
I mean, you can Google Royal Bliss and it'll take you where it needs to go, but whatever social media or music platform you listen to, you can find it. Just search
Royal
Spotify to YouTube to Instagram to TikTok. It's all there.
RoyalBliss.com pretty much has everything.
Sure.
So that's our merchandise, that's our tour dates, that's all of our.
I was going to say, it's also got their merch and it's right there.
Yeah,
So go to their website.
What's that
buy
big
merch.
white space? It's a
I
pretty
believe
sweet
their
shirt.
socials are Royal Bliss Band.
Huh?
I like that shirt.
I said, I believe your
Yeah.
socials are Royal Bliss Band.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There we go.
is that Instagram Royal Bliss
It is.
Band?
Instagram and TikTok is Royal Bliss Band, and then like Twitter and Facebook is Royal Bliss.
Mm-hmm. Just put in the Royal Bliss.
Someone
We'll get
someone apparently took Royal Bliss and wouldn't let us have it, so whatever.
there. Pricks.
Those-
They can have Royal Bliss, but they aren't Royal Bliss.
that's
Right.
right.
So, there you go. Well, guys, I coming from the group here, and I can't tell you how happy I was to have you guys on the show. It is literally a bucket list to talk to you guys and a bucket list to see you guys live for me. So I've gotten one knocked out. Now I'm ready to see you guys live so I can enjoy the full effect of Royal Bliss. But thank you guys for being on the show. We really appreciate that.
And thank you so much for having us, and we'll definitely make a show happen. Hit me up, and like I said, you guys aren't too far, so we can do something in Biloxi. I think it'd be awesome.
Yep, we will. It's already written down.
All
So-
right.
Let's knock off Arkansas while we're in the area, eh?
I got some friends in Arkansas. I'll email them too.
Little
So-
Rock's awesome, man. There's some good breweries up there. That's a cool little town.
Absolutely. Well,
One
guys,
question.
go ahead.
Did Fat Guy make his hash brown casserole whenever you were his roommate?
He did.
Oh,
He did.
that's good, Dale.
Oh man, I remember him making that one time. Just like, holy moly, you're gonna eat this whole tray? Well,
He was something else, man.
he was something else.
I love it.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to the new music, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Much love.
Thanks
much
for having
success.
us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Talk to y'all later.
Have a good
Later.
night.
You
Night.
too. Oh, what a
All
great
There you go,
interview.
Kevin. That's my Christmas present to you.
I'm definitely going to go back and cut that part out.
Yeah, I
To-
thought it'd be nice for you to
to
like have a little
keep.
bit of. I saw
To
Taylor
keep.
there with his guitar, and
I
I was like,
literally could not look at the screen.
"No, I know." I was like,
I was about to
"Let's give
text
Kevin a
you
little
and say,
treat."
pick your eyes up.
I
Okay.
couldn't, because if
I
I
know.
did, it'd be Waterworks.
That's
it's
okay.
I like the song to begin with, and then if he's actually fucking singing an acoustic right there, it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
shit.
He's got an incredible voice, hasn't he?
Dude,
He's
his
like
voice
just
is
sat there
so
on
good.
yeah, that's just
Very
pure talent.
powerful.
And
I
when
really
I-
enjoyed
when-
that.
He is that band, and I say this a lot about bands or some bands, that they're extremely underrated. I think that band is extremely underrated for what they've done and what they can do. I mean, for being around for almost 20 some years,
Yeah.
that for some reason, and at the time when they did Devils and Angels and the time they released that was a perfect time for that song to just kind of blow up. I mean, that was around that Lips of an Angel,
Mm.
all the Stained ballads. It was during that time, and it just,
Creed,
It just-
Arms Wide Open.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why. Maybe it just got oversaturated.
It
Because
might
I was-
have.
Could have
You
been.
know.
It was sort of like the
But-
80s, like when Home Sweet Home, like by Motley Crue came out,
Right.
and we had like all the big hair bands with the huge ballads.
Yep.
Same moment, right?
Yep.
I
All
did
right, well, we're
enjoy
gonna-
his.
go.
I wanted to say I did enjoy his story. Well, what he shared with us about
But absolutely.
his rehab, and Anne. I really hope that helped you and gave you a little bit of confidence and motivation to get where you need to be, so that way you can be walking with me and Kevin
There you
at
go.
Rock on the Hill in June.
And Anne asked if they're still have their original lineup. 3 of the 4 are originals. So Taylor and Neil are originals. I had it here. Hold on. I tried to keep it in my notes. Believe it or not, I actually do notes. But now I can't find it. So Jake, Taylor, and Neil are your core original members. But Jake, he was one of the 3, but he's not in the band anymore. So it's just the 2 that I can tell. Nope, Chris, another guitar. It looks like he was one of the original members, but they've gone through some member changes. But those 2, Taylor and Neil, are the original core members. So,
Nice.
All right.
What's up next, Kevin?
So not only did we get a chance to talk to Royal Bliss, but Matt and I talked to Speed from Silvertung earlier in the week. We're going to play that. Then we're going to play This Hell. Then we're going to be back and we'll wrap up the show and announce our winner for the grudge match. But here is that interview with Speed right now. Today, we've got a very special guest that we're going to be interviewing. We're going to go ahead and bring him in. We're not going to play around. We're going to do this interview. We have Speed from Silvertung. He's joining us right now. Speed, what's up?
What is up, gentlemen? How are you guys?
Are you on a roof?
I am.
I saw all the white and I'm like, is he somewhere where it's snowing? And then I went, oh no, he's on a roof.
The top of the rehearsal space. Works nice and quiet.
I like it. So what has been going on with, let's talk about you personally. What's been going on with you lately?
A lot of changes. A lot of changes in my mind and my head now. Yeah, a lot of changes for me, but yeah, life's good. Life is good. I'm very fortunate. I'll say that.
You constantly got to evolve as a person, or you'll never be able to make it through the system.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
I feel like I have evolved probably 50 times in the last week.
Right.
Just depends on what moment and what my mind is doing.
Right.
So let's talk Silvertung real quick here for about 10 minutes or so. So Silvertung, and congratulations, Grudge Match Hall of Fame, Silvertung. This Hell is out and doing well for you. Tell us a little bit about because after the interview we will play the video again. But tell us a little bit about the song and kind of what the plans are from this point with the song, and then we'll talk about future stuff.
Sweet. Yeah, well, This Hell is it's a product of Mr. Chris Dawson and our team. This is our second time recording with Chris and the team and getting everything together. It has been a blessing for me because the last 4 years I've kind of gone into a mental depression of like, maybe I'm just not good enough. I just feel like the music that I was writing before was just not good enough. And I spoke to a couple of friends of mine, Lee from Pop Evil and Mike Connor from Any Given Sin. And after having some conversations with those guys, they kind of amped me back up about some things. And I was introduced to Chris Dawson, and here we are.
Yeah.
I feel like, I've found someone that can pull what's in my head out and put it in a recording that I've been looking for the last 10 years. Yeah, so that's why I say I'm very fortunate and very blessed because I have these guys in my corner or in Silvertung's corner, and it has been an amazing ride so far, and we are just getting started.
Yeah, definitely. So my question on that, Speed, is we're always banging on the sound here about having a team behind you, and a lot of these bands out there try and do it all on their own. Like, how much, because we can see the elevation in the music in the past couple of tracks that you've done with Dawson, and you need that outside input. 100% you need that outside input. Has that shifted a weight off your shoulders of bringing like the likes of Dawson in to help you with a bit of writing it and the producing side of it and stuff?
Yes, to some degree, but then it's also put other challenges to match what they're doing, and I think that's great. And I hope every band goes through this. I thought for a long time, I'm a good songwriter. I can write. I'm great. I can do this, and then you find out you're not as good as you think you are, and that's when you get help. And Chris Dawson has been that for me, getting things out of my head that we can get out on recordings. And it's not just Chris, it's Jimmy Beattie and Keegan McDonald. I mean, these guys are just, they don't just like help with the process. They pull things out of you didn't think you could do.
Yeah,
So
they push you to your limits. Yeah,
that's where I like to say, and I love this saying, and I always have: iron sharpens iron.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
So you go into this, and now your job is to keep up with them. And as you start to evolve, they've got to keep up with you. So if you're doing that and it's a great team, there's going to be nothing but great, fun product come out of that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And for me, Speed, with what you just said about you're not as good as what you think you are. Like in this industry, we all know there's people out there with ego. Like you've never had one, but there's always people out there with big egos and stuff like that. And when I saw that interview with Lisa that you did, and you said that again, mate, my respect for you went up the fucking charts, because it takes a lot for you to look at yourself and go, I'm not doing enough. I need to do something about it. It takes a lot, especially in this industry.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had a hold of the reins so tight that I couldn't see anything around me. I just felt like I felt that I've been doing it long enough that I should be this good. But I'm learning that that's not the case. There's people out there that are way better than you, and when you're lucky or fortunate like myself enough to encounter with those people, and those people will not like judge you for anything. Like I've not been judged one bit from these guys. They saw the talent that I do have and made it better. And they've coaxed me through a lot of this. Like Chris alone has been on many calls with me, just talking about things and how to get these things laid out and sharing files back and forth, and coming to the realization, like, when I send them something, sometimes it's not always, hey man, this is great. It's like, well, that sucks, but let's try this.
Right.
And I think that's great. I used to get offended by that a while ago, and I've realized that's the best advice someone can do for you. So what, you don't get stuck like I did. I was stuck. I was in a place that I don't know. I felt like I was good enough to do this, and I'm good in other areas of things, but I just felt like I no one can do better than this for me, and I was wrong, big time.
I think when you get into the music business, so I get a lot of songs sent to me and say, give me your opinion and all of that. It is so hard to be brutally honest with somebody, because you know that the effort and the heart and everything that they put into that song, and you don't want to go, hey, it sucks, or it needs this, because you know how much work. So it's very hard to be brutally honest. And when you find those people that are willing to be brutally honest, once again, you can't do anything but go up from there.
Right. I think you have to be honest with yourself first before you can accept it. And I think that's where I changed like 4 years ago when we were writing stuff like Integrity and Crutch. I thought they were really good songs, but again, I hit that wall of going, this isn't great. This is not what I want to produce at some point. And I think you have to be honest with yourself first. And then once you can be honest with yourself, anything that anyone else says to you, you can take it either with a grain of salt, or you can take it as some great advice.
Yeah,
I think it's got to start with you.
Yeah, and there's something coming out in the magazine next month, which Pepper wrote. But one of my quotes was that constructive criticism that people are giving you is for a reason. They're not doing it to be spiteful and hateful towards you. They're doing it to help you from their experience and their their knowledge of the industry,
Yeah, yeah, and just their talents alone. You have to look at who's giving it to you too. It's like if they're doing things you haven't done, you would be ignorant not to listen to these people. I don't care what it is in the industry. I don't if it's just marketing or whatever. It goes along with everything. But I honestly think that you have to be honest with yourself first and see the true you in yourself before you can make those changes. And that's what I did. It took me 4 years to do it, but I did it.
Yeah, and it takes a lot.
It does. It's very emotional dream.
Actually admit that okay, I need help.
Yeah, it's very emotional and very draining because you keep trying and I just felt like riff after riff, I was like, this is crap.
So where's Silvertung headed from here after this hell has run its course? What's next for Silvertung?
Releasing some more music. We just came back from Dawson's over the weekend, or actually over the week. We're working on a bunch of new songs, and I can be honest. I think this hell is probably the best song that we've ever put out. But I can be honest and tell you there are songs that are going to be coming out that people are going to be like, "Oh shit!"
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm drawing a blank. What was the one right before this hell?
Caustic.
Okay.
Yeah, Caustic. Yeah.
So I remember when we played Caustic, I said that's the best Silvertung song, and then this hell came out, and I said, okay, that's the best Silvertung song. So I honestly cannot wait.
Crazy
to hear what's next in the evolution of Silvertung. What about touring? Any plans?
Absolutely. We have we're working on a schedule right now for a lot of touring for next year. Releasing new music. It probably heading up the touring. We're going to release some music so that we can support some of that while we're out there. But we're also going to be playing some stuff in the set that is not going to be finished, not going to be finalized yet, because we want to test run some of it, because through this whole process, I've become a different singer as well. I'm learning how to sing as a vocalist as well. So it's kind of like amping me up to want to do different things with my voice now. And I'm excited because 2026 is definitely going to be a new chapter for us. I mean, I know we've started the new branding and everything with the logo and the symbols and the new music, but 2026 is going to be a major rebranding for us.
So with the rebranding and the touring and one thing, is there one of those songs in your back catalog that you'll always carry with you and you will always play in your live show?
I hope so. I mean, there's a couple of older songs that I like a lot, but it's really going to depend on crowds. Like, what are the fans hearing? What do they want? Because that's most important to us, is like, what do they want? But there are some songs, and we've been revamping some of the old songs to help get them up to par of some of the new stuff. So I think that's going to help. But there are a few songs that I don't want to let go of, and I want to continue to play them because I think they're just that kind of a song. Like,
right. So I will say this. So December 6th or December 5th will be the release of our December magazine. And you guys we've done it every year. It started with Joey from Outlier, and then last year was Closure. We always wanted a Christmas themed cover for the magazine. You guys are on the cover, and there's the cover of the magazine. And it is absolutely just fucking fantastic.
Yeah. You guys have no idea how much work went into getting that to happen.
It is amazing. It's the most fantastic thing that I have seen in a long time. I honestly think it beats Joey holding the ornaments as his balls on the cover.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that's kind of how we are behind the scenes. We're a bunch of goofballs behind the scenes. I mean, just when I put it out to the guys and I was like, I got a onesie that I'm gonna wear.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "You're gonna wear a onesie? I got a onesie too."
Oh, great. Yeah. No, I did. Like me and Speed were just messaging back and forth, and I was like, "Hey, dude, do you reckon you could do this for us?" Like, and yeah, he come up trump. But yeah, a lot of work went into that. I know for sure.
Yeah, I'm not an editor or anything like that. So I did my best, and that's why I asked Matt. I was like, "Bro, can you help me out with this? Can you make this look better?"
It looks great, and it absolutely is going to be one of my most recent favorite covers that we've gotten.
Definitely.
So,
That is awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of. You should see some of the other pictures. I don't know if it would have been good for your cover.
I was gonna say you should send them to us, and we'll do them as like the photographer on the scene. Here's the outtakes of the cover, the other cover pictures. So,
that would be great. There's a couple sausage things in there that you could refer to.
I love it.
Well,
Talk about
Speed,
Jingle Bells.
I want to tell you thank you for joining us. I know we are working on possibly getting you down in our area later on in the year, so hopefully we can make that happen. And I honestly cannot wait to hear what's coming out here pretty quick with you guys. It's like I said, every song you've been releasing has gotten, for me, it's taken it another level. So if you're going to keep climbing those rungs, I want to hear every single note of it. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm excited that you're excited.
It's one of the biggest things I enjoy in this industry is watching it. Like, you get these artists and they just play the same kind of style and the same kind of stuff. Like, I love watching that evolution over a certain like length of tracks, and then that's why I love Architect so much.
Well,
yeah.
And I'm going to throw this one out. That's why I like Papa Roach so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
From where they're at, where they were to where they're at now, and everything that happened in between, there's no album that's same.
No.
Not at all.
Well, Speed, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you on the roof. It kind of made me think that, hey, we are in a Christmas spirit or a Thanksgiving spirit here. It looks like snow in the background. Please be careful getting down off the roof. And if you need anything from us, please let us know, and we will chat with you later.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you even know.
Caught in the deep end, drowning, never get
All right. There's Silvertung. This held Grudge Match Hall of Fame video.
What a great interview.
He was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Fun.
I enjoyed that one. That's for sure.
Yeah. Speed's just a great guy.
Yeah. And I just love how honest he was about, like, you know, admitting to himself that he needed some help with his writing and stuff like that. You know, it takes, like I said in that interview, it takes some balls to do that.
Well, I mean, working in a vacuum is not beneficial to anyone. So
no.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I was just looking at something. They kind of taken. Oh.
Okay, Mr. Harris, you do you, sir.
Well, I was just all night I've been popping up things and it didn't have the background, so it was hard to read. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Oh, it was set to a different format.
Yeah, so that's all right. We made it.
We'll blame Jared for that. He's not here.
Sure. Why not? Fuck you, Jared. So the winner of the grudge match is Outlier and Varsity. So they will go at it again on our year-end show. I'm not even sure when I haven't even looked at it.
Well,
About when we're going to do that.
It looks like it would. Oh,
it would have to be like well, shit.
Oh, New Year's Eve is on a Wednesday,
and so is New Year. Yeah, and so
so we might
have to do it like on a Tuesday or something.
Yeah, we should probably do it on the 30th.
So they'll be taking on a new challenger on the 30th,
and we'll be having a party. You know, it'll generally just be us four.
Yeah,
and
we may bring some guests on.
We'll put the invite out there. Anybody that wants to hop in, we'll give you the link, and you can
have a party
and shoot the shit. I mean,
that's grab your Baileys, grab a seat, let's have some fucking fun.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
I guess I need to get the poll put together for the top 30 of 2025.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, damn.
Gee, let me add that to my list of things I need to do.
So. Right. Dude, mine just keeps getting longer and longer.
But I want to thank everybody that joined us, hung out, checked out Royal Bliss, checked out Silvertung. We will talk to you again on the 30th. I hope you guys have a great Christmas, because that's what it's all about. Enjoy the time with the family, and if you don't have family to enjoy the time with yourself, or whoever your dog, your cat, the fox. I've been watching videos where people have foxes for pets now, and
we wish you peace.
Yes.
Peace.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you guys.
Yeah.